It's SFM Crown Jewel 2025, and we're live from Perth, Australia, and the show kicks off with a bang.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
It's Joe Hendry versus Kenny Omega for the inaugural Crown Jewel champion, and the winner is fighting for not only the right to become the first ever inaugural Crown Jewel champion, but to prove which stupid superstar is the best champion out of the two, and who is the rightful quarterback of SFM. And throughout the match, we see crazy moves from the likes of Joe Hendry and Kenny Omega. Most importantly, not one, not two, but three Snapdragon suplexes that land Joe Hendry on his head by Kenny Omega, and he hits a feed trigger on the back of his neck and even tries to roll up Hendry, but Hendry kicks out. And Joe Hendry hits a backdrop suplex and kicks up for Kenny Omega. But it's what happens in the ending stages of the match that drew this thing. The Bullet Club is told to stay away, and Kenny Omega is seen hitting a Rainmaker made famous by Okada and a super kick from Kenny Omega, and he's gonna go for a feed trigger, but Joe Hendry reverses, and Joe Hendry looks for a standing ovation, but Kenny Omega reverses it into a Pentagon Sunrise and a Kamagoyang made by Kota Ibushi, and Kenny Omega goes for a one-winning angel to capture the 1, 2, 3 and writes his name in history as Kenny Omega is the first ever Crown Jewel champion. And it's heartbreak for Joe Hendry, but amazing for the Bullet Club. But Kenny Omega is not yet done, because he has some words that he would like to get off his chest. There's no doubting it anymore. I am officially the greatest superstar of all time. Your current SFM champion and your first ever Crown Jewel champion. Whenever anyone thinks about the Crown Jewel champion, they will always think about the first, and that name is Kenny Omega. I am the greatest superstar of all time. Joe Hendry is nothing but a teenage superstar. And Nathan over there, even though he handed me this champion, this ring, he thinks the gesture will change my opinion about him. My opinion still stands with him. He is never a real wrestler, just like any of you. You all are wannabes and a copycat of me. But the truth is there's only one Kenny Omega. And that Kenny Omega is holding these two champions here, this ring on my ring finger. And he's leading the greatest faction of all time in the Bullet Club. Big words from Kenny Omega, and it's clear that his cockiness has gone stronger ever since he won the Crown Jewel champion, and his road will be uncertain, but the road for these two teams are certain as the Undisputed Era and the Fallen Kingdom go to battle. A stadium stampede match, and we see Jack Perry and Roderick Strong going at it in the middle of the ring, while on the other side of things, people like Darby Allin and Bobby Fish go at it, Nathan and Adam Cole, and especially WWR and R-Truth, as R-Truth whacks WWR with a crutcher, and we see backstage Roderick Strong hitting a burning hammer on the Jack Perry, and we even see a barbed wire chair used on Darby Allin from Bobby Fish, and even we see other people like Adam Cole and WWR fight in great teamwork from R-Truth and Adam Cole, and we even see Nathan and Jack Perry doing some teamwork here. It's clear everyone's on the same page. We even see a announce table break spot between Darby Allin and R-Truth, and we even see Adam Cole hit a Panama Sunrise on Nathan onto that table near the stage, and we even see Jack Perry go through the stage because of Roderick Strong. But it's what happens at the end of the match that's insane. WWR reverses a Panama Sunrise on Adam Cole, and WWR looks to hit Adam Cole with a dynasty move, but WWR's judgment comes, and it's unexpected. It's Aleister Black and Buddy Matthews. But why are they attacking WWR and costing the Fallen Kingdom? Adam Cole sees this and looks to take advantage, while the whole world tries to figure out why the Judgment Day would do this, as Adam Cole hits a Panama Sunrise, and thanks to the help of the Judgment Day, the Undisputed Era win Stadium Stampede. It's confusion. nobody can figure out why, and hopefully one day we'll get answers. But Adam Cole and the Undisputed Era and R-Truth get the win in Stadium Stampede. But this match isn't as brutal as the next one coming up. It's Brock Lesnar versus John Cena one last time, and Brock Lesnar was sent out as a bounty on Cena, and at the beginning of the match he goes ham on Cena. He doesn't give him time to breathe, and he hits not one, not two, but multiple suplexes that land Cena on the head, even lands one onside, and keeps throwing suplexes at Cena. We even get to a point where he throws an F5, and the entire crowd thinks it's over. Brock Lesnar is going for the cover, and Brock Lesnar gets a 1, 2, no! Cena kicks out, and Brock Lesnar is absolutely shocked, but we soon see the gloves come off of the beast's hand as we know punishment is about to come. But John Cena reverses this F5 into a DDT, and it stuns Lesnar, and it's clear Lesnar wasn't expecting it, as Cena uses this time to hit not one, not two, not three, but 4 shoulder tackles to try and take down the beast. And they have not very stunned him yet, but it's what we see here. John Cena hits an ankle slam onto Brock Lesnar. He's using Kurt Angle's old moves, but it's not the only Legends move he's using. No, it's not a nod to Roman Reigns, but it's a nod to his greatest rival, Edge, and we even see a suplex of Cena's own. And as Brock gets up on his own 2 feet, we see Cena take Brock down as Cena leads the entire Perth crowd for his famous "You Can't See Me" move, and he goes for the 5-knuckle shuffle on the beast. And John Cena has got Brock Lesnar up, and he hits an attitude adjustment on the beast, and he goes for a cover. No. Brock kicks out at 1. How did he reverse all those moves that Cena hit? Everyone, including Cena, can't believe it, as now he hits multiple attitude adjustments, even one from the top rope. But Brock Lesnar doesn't get called the beast for no reason. He kicks out after all that stuff. And it's clear that this is Cena's toughest challenge on his farewell tour yet. As he tries to go for another attitude adjustment, he knocks over the ref, but Brock Lesnar gets him up and goes for an F5, and he goes for the pin. But there's no ref. The ref was knocked down, and Brock Lesnar soon gets awareness of this as he picks up the ref and drops him, confirming the ref is officially out of this match. And Brock Lesnar is not happy as he goes and lays down forearms on Cena, and there's no one to stop him. Cena is completely knocked out. We're seeing as much brutality as we did with Brock Lesnar and Braun Breaker at Armageddon. And speaking of which, Brock Lesnar looks to do what he did to Cena, what he did to Braun Breaker, but while Brock's thinking about this, his flashbacks from Armageddon soon becomes a reality. Braun Breaker is back, and he's giving Lesnar a receipt for what happened between them at Armageddon, and he doesn't hold back. He stomps on Brock Lesnar. Meanwhile, John Cena doesn't even know what's going on, and we've seen this before. Braun Breaker goes for a military press, sends Brock Lesnar face first into the turnbuckle, laying right next to Cena. And as Braun Breaker leaves the ring, it gives Cena an unexpected opening where he doesn't even know what happened to hit an AA onto Brock Lesnar. And with one hand draped over Brock, John Cena defeats Brock Lesnar and capture his one true win and his only true win against Brock Lesnar, thanks to the help of Braun Breaker. And from one legendary match for a legend, we see another legendary match for another legend. It's MJF versus Edge, number 2. And after what happened between their match at Armageddon, Edge was not going to let it end like that, and they go off the gate in the beginning of the match. And this match is as hard hitting as you would have expected it to be. Both men are absolutely violent with each other's opponent. We see even MJF hit an elbow drop on him, and we see Edge give respects back to Cena and repay him for hitting a spear in his last match. We see an execution that nearly gets Edge the win against MJF. We even see a roll-up and MJF nearly sneaking a win, but that doesn't get it. And that's what happens at the end of the match. MJF reverses a spear into a pile driver, and Edge's foot is on the ropes, but this time the ref catches it, and MJF cannot believe it. He thought he was gonna trick the ref again, and MJF goes into the barricade and gets the dynamite ring on his finger, and the ref clearly sees this and he's trying to stop MJF, but Edge grabs the ring, pushes the ref out the way, and Edge hits MJF with the ring. It's a taste of his own medicine. He throws it out. The ref has no idea, and Edge hits a spear on MJF to get the 1, 2, 3. Some people may call it controversial, but many people like it. They're glad that MJF got a taste of his own medicine, but something tells everyone that this rivalry is far from over. One man that's waited too long to capture gold gets a chance as Jacob Fatu goes against Ethan Page for the SFM Crown Champion, and as the match begins, we see Ethan Page run away from Jacob Fatu. He clearly does not want to fight him, and we see Ethan Page use this to his advantage as he gets the upper hand on Jacob Fatu, and it was clearly a plan. It was clearly a trap from Ethan Page, and we see Ethan Page hit all the stops. He hits one Eagle's Edge onto the barricade, and he even hits an Eagle's Edge from the top rope right to Jacob Fatu, but we soon see why they call him the Samoan Werewolf. He gets back up, Ethan Page can't believe it, and Jacob Fatu goes off on Ethan Page. Jacob Fatu runs through him like a brick wall and even clotheslines him, and Jacob Fatu is clearly unhinged. Ethan Page is in trouble. He hits a Samoan drop, and Jacob Fatu is looking for a moonsault here, but Ethan Page luckily gets the knees up, and Jacob Fatu lands hard on them, and this gives Ethan Page the opening for a twisted grin onto Jacob Fatu, and Ethan Page goes for the cover. 1, 2, no. Jacob Fatu kicks out, and Ethan Page is trying to think what he does next as he looks over at the SFM United Crown Champion. Ethan Page goes to get the champion. He's gonna get himself disqualified. The ref's telling him not to, but he doesn't care. He's gonna hit Jacob Fatu with the champion, but Jacob Fatu catches what's happening and kicks the title out of his hand, sends it flying, and Jacob Fatu lands a devastating Samoan drop, backflips into it, and Jacob Fatu lands a moonsault, but not only one, but two. And Jacob Fatu, with 2 moonsaults, wins his first ever champion in SFM. Jacob Fatu is the new SFM Crown Champion. He's done it, and for many people on the roster, winning the SFM Crown Champion is going to take a miracle, because there is a Samoan Werewolf locked in on it. But 2 men will be locked inside Hell's Creation, and the wrestling world has been trying to figure out what that is, and we soon find out. It's the most brutal match type we've seen in SFM ever since the battle lines, and both men do not hold back. They hate each other. We even see a big pressure on the thumbtacks, and then gets Swerve Strickland a win against CM Punk. We even see a swerve stop on the CENA blocks. We even see chair shots from CM Punk to Swerve Strickland, and we even see a barbed wire broom hit onto Swerve Strickland here. And this match, to say the least, is insane, but it's what happens at the end of the match that's insane. Both Swerve Strickland and CM Punk are beating each other up, and for Swerve Strickland, he's on the edge of the Hell's Creation, and Punk is safe. But both men, whoever falls, are clearly gonna go crashing and burning through the table that's also on their thumbtacks, and we soon see exactly who it is that's going through the table. Punk lifts Swerve Strickland up, and with no hesitation, even with Prince not telling him not to, Punk lands a GTS and sends Swerve Strickland crashing and burning through the table. But Punk wants to make sure that he gets the job done. He wants to make sure that Swerve Strickland is finished. And we soon see CM Punk from the top of Hell's Creation land a Macho Man style elbow drop right onto Swerve Strickland. And the ref counts with Punk holding Swerve's leg, and Punk gets the win. And Swerve Strickland laying in the middle of the rubble, laid down flat, knowing he just lost, and CM Punk's nightmare of Strickland is over. But someone else's nightmare is just getting started. The American Nightmare against a literal nightmare, Cody Rhodes and Freddy Fazbear. And during the match, Cody Rhodes surprisingly gets the upper hand on Nightmare Freddy, and he just takes him out. In his anger, it's something we've never seen from Cody Rhodes since his heel turn, and it gets to a point where the ref has to literally stop and plead with Cody to stop going after Nightmare Freddy like this. But Cody pushes the ref out the way, but shenanigans soon to start. The lights go out, and as they come back on, the Nightmare family surround the ring. Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, all around the ring. Cody is distracted, and this gives Freddy the chance to get unleashed. He hits a claws of Nightmare onto Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes with Freddy's claws gets busted open. The scratches dig through his flesh, and he hits another one onto Cody Rhodes, and Freddy Fazbear, Nightmare Freddy, picks him up and lands a devastating animatronic power driver onto Cody Rhodes. Freddy Fazbear pins Cody Rhodes. When Cody Rhodes' nightmare, the ref gets out the ring. Cody is lost, and instead of the Nightmare family attacking him, it's almost as Nightmare Freddy wants something out of Cody Rhodes. The lights come back on, and the Nightmare family is nowhere to be seen, and Cody Rhodes is left drowning in a pool of his own blood, reflecting on everything that has happened and thinking if it's time for a change. But in a matter of moments, we're soon gonna find out who the #1 contender for Joe Hendry's championship is going to be. And before the show, news broke that Gunther was not going to be a part of this Fatal 4-Way #1 contenders match, and the wrestling world has been trying to figure out who the fourth and final person of this match is going to be. And the Perth, Australia crowd in the RAC arena loses their mind. Fletcher, Australia's own, and he's back, and he's here for his first ever debut match in SFM. And what a debut match, one to do it in his front of his entire hometown, almost in his home country. As the bell rings, all three men have to deal with the Protostar, and this match is absolutely insane. We see a Canadian Destroyer on a Grayson Waller, we see a kick leg right to Moxley, we see a big move hit on Carmelo Hayes, we see Grayson Waller jump on everyone, we see a big suplex right to Carmelo Hayes, we even see a big move from Kyle Fletcher right to Carmelo Hayes, and Grayson Waller landed that gets everyone off of their seats. We see a tombstone onto Theo's steps right to Moxley from Kyle Fletcher, and we even see a big DDT on the announce table right to Grayson Waller, and Kyle Fletcher goes on top of the ropes, and he goes for a meteor through the table right through Carmelo Hayes. And it's what happens at the end of the match that's insane, as before that Grayson Waller attempted a Rolling Thunder Stunner, and it got reversed into a Death Rider. And here Kyle Fletcher has got Grayson Waller up, and he's gonna go for a massive brain buster onto the turnbuckle, and Grayson Waller is down. But before Kyle can get the count, Carmelo Hayes lands in nothing but net and throws Kyle outside the ring. But before Carmelo Hayes can get the pin, Moxley clotheslines Hayes outside the ring, and both Kyle and Hayes are down, and Moxley locks in the Bulldog on Grayson Waller, and the entire crowd is begging for Grayson to get out, even Kyle Fletcher or Carmelo Hayes, or for someone to stop Moxley from winning this match. But instead of Grayson Waller tapping out, he passes out, and the match is over. Moxley has won, and it's heartbreak for the entire Australia crowd and for each man in the match. And Jon Moxley will be going to face Joe Hendry for the World Heavyweight Champion at Survivor Series. But from one villain to a hometown hero, Rhea Ripley looks to put an end to the most dominant women's champion in all of SFM history against Jade Cargill in an Extreme Rules match, in arguably the biggest main event and the first ever women's main event in SFM pay-per-view history. And to say that this big build-up for the match has been insane and excitement is an understatement. Both women start in the match and they both beat the heck out of each other, and it's clear that they hate these two hate each other. And for Rhea Ripley, it's a must win, as we see Rhea Ripley try and go for her Corona, but Jade reverses it, picks her up, slams her into the post, and slams her on the barricade, and Rhea's out. And we even see back and forth action between two women such as Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley, both women not stopping until the other one is dead. And it's crazy. They even brawl outside the crowd here, and we even see a crazy Snapdragon suplex from the barricade through a table to Jade Cargill. We even see a suplex onto the ramp, and we even see Jade Cargill get speared into the lights just like she did to Charlotte Flair. And we even see a dropkick send Jade Cargill through the stage like she also did to Charlotte Flair. And we even see a falcon arrow onto a barbed wire chair that almost gets Rhea the win, but Jade kicks out. We see a power slam onto a barrel that hurts each woman. We even see Jade Cargill use the monitor, and Jade Cargill land a big leg drop right to Rhea Ripley through the announce table. We even see Jade Cargill get choked and nearly have to tap, as tap outs and submissions are also added to this Extreme Rules match. We see a riptide through the barrel, and that nearly gets Rhea Ripley the win, and we get the biggest close fall ever in SFM. We even see a massive Jaded through the table that doesn't impact well for Rhea Ripley, that also gets Jade Cargill a big near fall win. And it's crazy, and it's what happens at the end of the match that ends it for everyone, as Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill both trying to get both women to go through that barbed wire board. As their ladder shakes, both women go for a bulldog on each other, and they both land face first into the barbed wire board. And as both women are down and everything in the entire arena is broken, the unexpected happens.
Pledge your allegiance to Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green, and she's gonna try and cash in on Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley in this match, and normally somebody is where to stop her, but this time there is no one, and this time the briefcase actually gets called in. Ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea Green is cashing in her Money in the Bank. Therefore, this match will now be a triple threat match. Triple threat match, and the bell rings, and as Rhea gets up on their feet, Chelsea Green hits an unprettier onto the barbed wire board and sends both her and Jade outside the ring, and Chelsea gets back into the ring quick, and Chelsea goes for the cover on Rhea Ripley, but Ripley kicks out. The entire crowd thought that was it. They can smell Jade's champion reign ending soon, and Chelsea goes for a suicide dive to take Jade out of the equation even longer. But when she gets back in the ring, Rhea Ripley goes for not one, but two riptides, and the second is landed on the barbed wire board, and the entire crowd think that Rhea's gonna win. Cover, but Chelsea Green kicks out. It's a near fall for Rhea Ripley, and every woman is down in this match. The crowd wants to know who's gonna win, and as Jade Cargill looks on in horror, she does one thing only. She goes and grabs the Extreme Champion, and Chelsea is the first to get up as Jade Cargill smacks her in the face. She clogs her with it, not once, but twice, and Chelsea Green is sent outside the ring. And now Jade turns her attention to Rhea, but Rhea ducks, and Rhea kicks the title out, and it lands in the corner of the ring, and Rhea goes for a riptide onto Jade. But instead of pinning her, she decides to do what she made her do on the show before. She goes for a prison trap, and there's literally no one to save Jade Cargill this time. The entire crowd is begging for it to be the end. They can feel Jade's championship reign about to end here. It's it. Rhea's gonna do it. It can't be. Lyra Valkyria. She's made her debut. It's been rumored, but she's with Jade Cargill. And as Rhea tries to get revenge, Jade Cargill lands a big boot on Rhea Ripley, and Lyra Valkyria moves the turnbuckle post pad off, and Rhea Ripley gets hit with a night win by Lyra Valkyria, and it jaded onto the exposed turnbuckle post as she lays down on the mat, and Jade Cargill crawls and retains the Extreme Champion. It's heartbreak for everyone. Why is Lyra Valkyria with Jade Cargill? Chelsea Green wasted her cash in. Rhea's defeated, and Jade Cargill had help. It's absolutely heartbreak. It's heartbreak. It's heartbreak for Rhea Ripley, Chelsea Green, and everyone in this arena. And it's all thanks to Jade Cargill and her new associate partner, Lyra Valkyria.